Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your January, February, March 2025 reading. This is a general reading, so it isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And I am featuring a half-off sale. The sale prices should be clear in the description box. The holidays are upcoming, so if this is something that you might enjoy for yourself or others, please take advantage of this opportunity. The sale goes through the end of this year. So I'm glad you're here, and I appreciate all the support that you give me. So Libra, let's get started with your overall energy for this first quarter of 2025, and I pulled the Justice card. This is one of your cards, Libra, and this is coming up often, not simply for you, for many of us in the collective. Your effort, your work, your personal and professional development are trending around the concepts, the themes of justice, of equity, of fair treatment, of advocacy for those who are not being treated fairly or well. This is about the balance and the harmony that you have experienced, perhaps as at one time seeing yourself as a victim, perhaps blaming others for your experience, perhaps being legitimately oppressed in some way where you've experienced unequal or unfair treatment, and going through the process of development, growth, maturity in which you have identified the ways that you can take the power, define yourself, and seek the redress that you believe you are worthy of. The redress or the claim, the reward, the effort that you are due is less important than the process of coming to an experience of inner balance and harmony. Understanding that what you've been through is something that others have experienced. And in that way, there's a way that you are sharing a sense of storytelling, vulnerability, and advocacy. This is demanding what you are owed at some level. And it can be for many of you that are dealing with coming of age, childhood, or family of origin challenges, issues, traumas. This is the sense that the experiences, as unfortunate, as violent, as damaging as they may have been, actually have helped you to understand what those ways that you can inadvertently pass on these traumas to others. So there's a sense that some kind of generational curse or trauma has been broken, that you are breaking through that. In January, first I'm going to pull an oracle card and ask that if you find this reading resonates for you at any level, please like this video, share it with others who may enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Thank you in advance. I pulled the gratitude card, which is matchy-matchy with me. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And this is really reinforcing the idea that the challenges you've overcome have been those opportunities to learn about yourself, to learn about the power that you do have and the just application of that power in the world. So this gratitude comes as a mantra for recognizing that you would not be where you are in a position of influence without the lessons you've learned from what may have been very traumatizing, difficult challenges. In January, the Wheel of Fortune. This almost feels a little bit like a celebration to me. It feels as though this is marking an event, some concrete exposure or display of the changes that you are now experiencing in your life. This card often comes to me as a kind of good karma experience, one in which your perseverance, your diligence, your strength in not only committing to the tasks and responsibilities that comprise your obligations, your job, but it's also about the way that you have the universe is recognizing your effort, your strength, your ability to give, to support others, no matter how difficult your own experience is, understanding that you are strong. And in that way, you are able to help others in need who understand less than you understand, to help them find their strength. And in that way, helping each member of a team you know is going to contribute to the success of that team. Having done that over time, having put in the work, the universe is making it clear that there are opportunities for you that you now recognize because you've shown that you know how to manage opportunities. Those challenges become lessons to learn. They become chances to grow, to build abundance, to build knowledge and wisdom. And this is part of the abundance that you are able to um, trade in a way, understanding that every challenge is just that, an opportunity. So the universe is giving you more opportunities because you know what to do with them. You don't personalize this opportunity. You recognize that, oh, now you've developed a foundation that you can truly build on. And this is not about, although this is about being committed to an improved world, this is not about giving away your power, your love, or your abilities to others so that they can be successful and you are eliminated or cut out of that abundance. This is about a way that you partake in efforts that you benefit from. In February, we have the Magician card. So this feels like a quite clear result of the opportunities that you are receiving, the doors that are opening for you in January. Here you are understanding that this is a chance for you. This is an opportunity for you to step through with an idea of what you would like to express and the way you'd like to express it. This is giving a service. This is creating a service. This is um, developing something that authentically expresses your gifts, your talents, and utilizes the resources of who you are. So you absolutely are ready for this, although for some of you, this is going to be a little intimidating, the opportunity. And when we get chances like that, for many of us who are not used to being favored, um, lucky, and this is not a result of luck. This is a result of effort you've put in. But the sheer opportunity may feel intimidating in that you may not feel ready. You may feel a bit of imposter syndrome, but I can assure you that you are more than ready. You are over prepared. True, you are able to update your skills, to learn new technologies, to learn new resources that you can integrate into your effort. But this is something that becomes your signature, your mark. It has your stamp all over it. And in March, we have the Emperor. This feels like quite a rise for you. It feels like as you have accepted an opportunity, a new chance to create something that conforms uniquely to your vision, you're now stepping into the responsibility of holding this space for not only you and your vision, but for all those who are supporting it, who are engaged, who are employed by it. This is you not taking responsibility for things that you can't control. This is you indeed taking responsibility of what you do control. And this is you claiming responsibility for your own reality and understanding that you're modeling that practice for others who are feeling empowered, who are moving into their gifts, who are identifying their strengths and looking at you to understand how to leverage that in the world in a way that has an impact. It's also about empowering those you work with. As a good leader, if that's what we're talking about here, and I think for many of you, we've been talking about leadership for a while, this is the way in which you invest in those you work with, that you allow everyone to participate and be engaged in what it is you create so that the successes, the solutions, the abundance belongs to everyone in an equitable way. And your experience, your strategies is instructing others who are coming beneath you. So it's almost a little bit of a legacy experience here where you're passing on gifts, you're passing on ways in which others can leverage their skills as well. I'm going to clarify the Wheel of Fortune in January with the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Cups. This is part of what has led to your success to date. And I do believe there's something unique in the way that you're experiencing opportunities now that is distinct from the past. So I do feel you to be a compassionate co-worker, colleague, boss, parent, child, teacher, someone who is completely committed to understanding how your emotional experiences are validating the way forward for you, how you're learning to move towards things that support you, how you understand that by taking care of yourself, you're better able to take care of others. And this is a way in which you're really listening to the emotional experience as a result of what you have endured. This is about being vulnerable and understanding that ability to feel is not wasted information. All of that information is necessary to guide you, and it is guiding you towards this much stronger sense of boundaries. This is you not allowing yourself to be distracted by the needs of others. This does not mean you're an uncaring, unsupportive person. You're all that. But you're understanding that you don't provide help for those that need to learn how to support themselves. This is about you not trying to fix other people's problems. You're certainly there as a counselor, as a sounding board to offer your own story, but you don't give solutions to others. You don't fix their situations. You understand that you are making space to operate from your space of strength so that you are moving forward based on your talents and your gifts, and you're not letting the needs of others distract from that. And I have to say, Libra, that overgiving is part of the challenge of a Venus rulership, which is the ruler of your sign. This balancing out the needs of others, always being a harmonizer, a facilitator, a mediator, can be draining. And you're learning quite well that your energy is finite and that in order to reach your goals, you must focus on those goals. And that means taking care of yourself and saying no appropriately. In February, the Magician is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the Tower card. Interesting. I do see that the Tower is cautioning you that things may not proceed in the way that they proceeded before. I have a feeling that you have built up your experience along a fairly traditional, conventional outline or structure in which you may have worked very diligently as part of a team, and you have in many ways supported others with your efforts. There's some way in which the traditional organization, the traditional occupation or profession that you've practiced has shifted in some important way. Perhaps there's been a change of leadership in an organization you worked at for a while. Perhaps the audience or the client base is different. Perhaps you're moving to another location. Whatever this opportunity is, or this disruption is, because it may come as a very unexpected, sudden change, something you hadn't banked on. It is allowing you to plan a fresh, start fresh. It's giving you the chance to exercise and build a vision in a fresh terrain, in a cleared field. And this is an opportunity that's confirming for you that indeed you're ready, because you do have a vision, you do have a plan, and now in February you may find a miraculous opportunity to put something forward that you had tucked away, that you hadn't been sure would fit into the current structure that you're in. But this is showing you that your plan, your idea, your opportunity to build only needs to be one step at a time. Whatever your vision, don't allow yourself to be burdened by the enormity of a vision that is still unfolding. Instead, focus on the next steps. Move procedurally, one step and deliberately, one step at a time. Create an outline of a plan. It needn't be a full-blown proposal, but maybe the part of the plan is to bring together a team that can flush out a proposal. In March, the Emperor card is clarified by the Five of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is always a card that reflects on equitable exchanges of energy, and this is something, Libra, you specialize in. And this card is indicating that that tendency to overgive, you're aware of how to protect yourself from that. So your ability to set clear boundaries, to say no, to enforce that, to focus on your goals, and to focus on creating space to move out of that space is something that you are building towards. Next comes the way that you're creating your contracts in every aspect of your life. This is about agreements, being explicit. If you're creating a proposal or something new, even if that's with others, it is imperative that you are clear about what you're expecting to gain, what effort you're giving, and what exchange is involved. This must be spoken. This must be explicit. This cannot be assumed, because you know you will fill in the gaps. Your perfectionism will automatically do more than your share of the load, and you will be resentful and angry, and you don't want to do that. You've learned this about yourself, that clear agreements are part of a protection for you. There's also an awareness that you can negotiate those. They're always negotiable. You don't need to accept the first offer that you're given. You need to establish a seat at the table to negotiate what it is you want, and that can be in terms of a team. It's not something that is exclusive to one person with the power. It's about mutuality, reciprocity. And the tone of your agreements very much affects the sense of validation of your ideas. You're used to being criticized. You're used to being found fault with. And when that has occurred in the past, you have immediately doubted yourself, been sure that you weren't adequate to the task. but you've actually learned now that instead you are deserving of support and worthy of that. And so if you're not able to get the contract you want, make the agreement that satisfies you, then you know that there are others that you can pound out or negotiate an agreement with. This is not being satisfied with the first offer, knowing your value and countering any offer with what you know to be your strength, your talent, what you have to give. I'm going to finish up this reading with a flora and fauna of Africa and hope that this reading has been insightful for you. And I've pulled the chimpanzee, and the key word is expression. Get creative and explore your curiosities. There's so much to learn and enjoy all around you. Spend some time with nature and friends. I hope this has been helpful to you. Thank you so much, Libra. Until next time, namaste.